Hey y'all, hey, it's your girl Ashley So Audacious, and I would like to welcome you to episode 5 of the Hella Audacious podcast show, where the guests are hella dope and the conversation is hella honest. We're going to be getting started here shortly. We will be interviewing the creators of the Javi app, so if y'all stick around, share, and we're going to be getting started here shortly. Hey love. Once everybody get in here, just go ahead and send your requests. All right. Let's share this live, y'all. It's the Hella Audacious Podcast Show, episode 5. Episode 5. All right, let's get to it. Hey y'all, hey, it's your girl Ashley So Audacious, and you are now tuned in to the Hella Audacious Podcast Show, where the guests are hella dope and the conversation is hella honest. I want to welcome y'all to episode 5. It's so good to be here. Happy October, happy fall. This is definitely my it's giving fall vibes today. It's definitely my favorite time of year. It's so cozy. Also, as far as October, a lot of y'all, some of y'all may know, some of y'all might not know, I am a really big breast cancer awareness advocate, especially due to some recent activities in my life, but that's a subject for another day. Y'all just make sure y'all taking the time to schedule those mammograms and do those self exams at home at least once a month, okay? Today we will be, like I said, interviewing the creators of the Wujavi app, and I'm gonna go ahead and start getting y'all up in here. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and share this live too. Y'all share this live. Okay, go ahead and send a request. I already accepted. Okay, so who else is feeling this fall season? I just feel so creative around this time of year. My creative juices just get the flowing. I really love the fall weather. I'm a big fan of the spring as well. How you doing, Nick? All right. Like I said, we're gonna be interviewing Wujavi, this mental health app, and we're gonna be talking all about it. We want you guys to go and download as well. Okay. So if I can have some, there we go. How
Awesome.
you doing? How you doing?
Hi, Ashley. How
It's
are
good to
you?
see you. Look, it's been a
Likewise.
while.
I know. Almost over a year, I would say.
Yeah, how's your day been going?
It's going. It's still going.
Okay,
It
okay.
never ends. You know, when you have little
Yes,
ones, it never ends. So
yes, I
it's
definitely
definitely going. But
never
glad
end.
that we're here to talk to you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So who else is going to be joining us today?
Akia is on. That's Carrington.3. I'm not sure
Okay.
if you sent the request.
All right. I see her request. I'm going to go ahead and accept her.
All right.
All right. So we got Wujavi in the building. How you doing?
Hi.
Yeah,
It's nice to see you.
yes, nice seeing you too.
So before we go ahead and get started, can you guys like tell me how the Wujavi team is set up? So and you can tell me exactly what it is that you guys do for Wujavi.
Akia.
Well, I guess I'll start. There's four of us, Nick, Akia, Dwayne, and Clivia.
Okay.
Nick is like the CEO, co-founder, the founder of Wujavi. She was the brainchild behind everything. And we're pretty much here as her team to support her and, her endeavors and, trying to get the app and people to connect.
Okay. And what about you?
So, I don't want to jump the gun,
Okay.
but you know, I met Nick in 2020. Was it
Okay.
2020 or no, 2021. It just seems like it was so long ago.
No, actually, I think it was 2018, wasn't it?
No, I met you guys.
Really?
No. Remember 2020, it was like not even a year for us
See,
to
Right.
say, you
we've
know,
known
so
each other so well. We click so well. It seems like it's been forever.
exactly. But we
Sounds
met
like
in
a good team.
2021.
Sounds like a
Yeah.
good team. So
We
Nick
met in
said it was 2020. Nick said it was 2020.
no, because I'll tell you why. I moved from New York in July of 2020. So we met, and then Clubhouse became popular during COVID. So we met in the beginning of 2021. So it seemed like it was 2020, but it wasn't.
I
Right.
remember you moving.
Yeah, so I don't know if this question is going to come up, but Akia and Nick, they knew each other from high school.
Okay.
Yeah,
And you know, they shared that dream. So you know, every woman should have a woman by their side. You know, we always say, I think there's a saying in regards to every good man have a woman next to him, some whatever the saying is.
Right.
But we need each other.
We
And
do.
exactly. And Akia is Nick's left hand, right hand,
Okay.
I should say, right hand.
Okay.
So
sometimes left.
when with Javi, the idea came up in 2017. The app was then developed in 2019, but then COVID happened. And as I mentioned, once COVID happened and, you know, Clubhouse became a thing, Dwayne met Nick through Clubhouse. And then he introduced me to Nick, and we spoke like almost 3 hours, I think, our first conversation. And then, you know, we met Akia, and we've been like, they think we knew each other since 2017.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah,
So
we've been a
that's
tight
when
knit team.
yeah, that's when I met Nick as well on Clubhouse. We were doing this room called the Boss Experience Worldwide, and I believe she
Right.
came in, or either she came in some of the other big rooms and was talking about the app. And I feel like we all was kind of drawn to it and interested in it. So we did a little, inboxing or just, getting further information, trying to support everybody. I
Yeah.
always say this when I talk to people that I met on Clubhouse. Again, I am so appreciative for that time because I met so many good people and made so many good connections. Like I met Dwayne also off of Clubhouse. And
Right.
it's just like we all like went on with our own lives, but the connections is still going.
Still there. Yeah.
And it was such I wouldn't trade that time on Clubhouse for anything.
I agree. And you know, because I think you guys even had in-person events, I think out in
Yeah, we
Georgia.
all went to Atlanta and met.
Right.
I mean, people from everywhere. I came from Virginia. It was people from Chicago, Indiana,
Right.
Florida,
Yeah, that's
like
awesome.
everywhere. It was amazing, and we all came together. It was no drama. It was just like
Authentic.
a genuine
Yeah.
vibe, and it was so refreshing, especially after that year of COVID.
Right. Right. And you know, even mentioning that, that's how Wujavi is. I mean, we're from I live in Florida. Dwayne lives in Florida. Akia is in Chicago.
Okay.
And Nick, you know, and we're all in different states, but we never been met in person, really.
Wow.
You know, not yet. We're planning every year. We say, okay, we're gonna plan. We're either gonna take a trip out there, or you guys come here. But it's so authentic. And using the app, we don't know each other from high. Well, Nick and Akia does, but you know, you have people that either a lifetime, a season, or a reason.
Right.
And I believe, I would say yes, a lifetime, but definitely a season. Like you said, thank God for Clubhouse, because you wouldn't have met Nick. I wouldn't have met them because Dwayne was on Clubhouse and met you guys.
Exactly.
So it's definitely an experience where, although we've never met in person, we are still a team. There's no iron team. And Nick, unfortunately, could not be here with us tonight. Let's keep her in our prayers. Dwayne also he's actually going to Fort Myers, Florida, with we have a nonprofit on the side. So him and some of the team members, they're going out there. So he's prepping for that. So, you know, even that, with that being said, like, we are just tight knit, never met, but we're able to come together on this app, share how our day is going, not even worrying about the next person or what people would think. you know, so it's just a blessing, really a
So
blessing.
let's get into it. Can you please tell us, like, what was the background or the reason for this app? Why was this app important to be created?
Well, I think I'll start.
Hmm.
Um, well, Nick is a nurse, so and dealing with some of her patients, she realized that some of the housebound individuals or individuals who can't go to like the grocery stores and things that we normally go to, they need an outlet as well. So she was like, well, maybe I can create something where people can connect on that type of level if they have maybe an issue where they were in a wheelchair or something like that, and they can connect to other people who have issues relating to their same thing. And then once it was created, we were like, wait a minute, this doesn't just need to be for them. This needs to be for everybody to connect. Maybe there needs to be a group of people who want to connect on a topic like cooking or sewing or, the health issue or running. Even that. People like to have clubs where they talk about running. So, I mean, this is an app that is supposed to help, and everyone connect or find that community that they want.
Okay, so I did download the app last year, and spend a little time on it. I noticed that you can create a journal up there, and I feel like, okay, so when you first sign up for the app, it asks you like different reasons why you're there. That's what I'll say. And I know I chose like body confidence. I would like to have seen information around body confidence, and I can't remember the other topics that I chose, but at that time that was important to me because with my brand Audacious Stare, that was a part of my message. I wanted to promote body confidence and let women know that is no such thing as a perfect body. The body that you have is perfect for you, and love who you are in the skin that you're in right now. And that doesn't mean that you can't want to make improvements. It just means that you're okay with who you are right now. So I just thought that was cool to see how you guys separated the different groups and how you could choose which things were interesting to you or related
Right.
to you. Um, I recently went back on the app, and I just feel like I really get where the message that you guys are giving, because the vibe is really comfortable.
Yeah.
Um, versus Instagram or Facebook, I feel like it's a lot of, I'm not gonna say negativity, but I felt like it's a safe place for people who are dealing with specific
Certain.
issues. I saw
Exactly.
suicide, different mental health issues,
Yeah.
anxiety, just giving those people a community to, be safe in. That's like my favorite part about the app.
Awesome. And that's exactly why, again, why it was created.
Mm-hmm.
Akia could probably share a story of one of the main reasons why Nick decided to have the app. But just like you said, when I met them back in 2021, the first thing we see, and even us as Black people, we see mental health, and it's like, oh no, I'm not gonna even try to sign up to nothing with mental health. There's such a negative stigma. I think now it's more so, oh, I definitely understand what mental health is, what mental wellness is. We all need positive mental health. You understand?
Right, right.
And I think if people would just, I would say, give us a chance, they would understand, oh, okay, it's more than just that. Just like you said, body positivity. That's one of the groups that I selected because, like you said, we need to love ourselves. We need to love ourselves from the inside out. It's not just about the outside, but the inside. So the app helps us get into this peer-to-peer relationship where, let's say, for example, veterans with PTSD, they may not be able to speak to somebody like regular John Doe. But if I find a veteran that experienced what I experienced, we can connect better without judgment. So it's a no judgment zone. And like you said, I love using that word, a safe space. And it's just the energy. You get on the app and there's such an energy that it's like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay, it is different than the others,
And that's
it,
so
it
true. I
definitely
kind of got
is.
chills. I got chills when you just said that. Like, I don't know. Like, I really did, because that's exactly how it feels getting on the app. Like when I got up there and I recently got up there, you know, before the interview, I was like, all right, let me explore this app some more, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt good. I felt like it was good energy. And I
Yeah.
feel like that is so important for the message that y'all putting out, that the vibe actually felt like that. It didn't feel like Facebook, it didn't feel like Instagram. It felt like, oh, I feel safe here. Oh, these people are so nice, and
Mm-hmm.
it really is a good vibe.
It's really a community. And even to mention, it's Black owned. And you know, some of these apps, it would say I'm Black owned, but then someone else from a different, you know, ethnicity owns the app. So we're proud to say we are really Black owned, woman owned. Although Dwayne is part of the team, like you have some woman bosses here, you know. So
Right.
even that we're proud of, and we don't want people to shun away because of certain things. It is a safe space. It's a community where even using filters, like we have little stickers and things like that, but you can be yourself and be okay with being yourself, you know. And maybe also, Akia, you can mention some of the stickers and the emojis in regards to giving likes, and we don't like to say followers but supporters. I'll hand
So
it over to
so
you.
I was
Oh,
gonna, that would be my next question. So if you
okay.
can take us through some of the features of the app, and you know, let us know what we can look forward to. Well, people who haven't downloaded yet, but they're gonna download the app.
For sure.
Well, one of the things is you can not only journal, which is one of the things I did. That was my first thing of doing on there because I was pregnant at the time. So, and I got pregnancy diabetes, whatever it's called. But I was like journaling my experience because, you know, this is something new to me. And I'm like, diabetes?
Yeah,
I don't know what that
gestational
is.
diabetes. My
Yes,
sister
and
had
I'm
that.
like, I
Yeah.
don't know anything about this, and so that was my way of, you know, learning and then helping others learn about gestational diabetes was to like go on there and say, hey, this is what I learned today, and this many people are contracting diabetes on a regular basis, and this is the things you need to do to help prevent getting diabetes and things like that. But other than journaling, you can also just post, you know, whatever you want to post on there. You can create your own groups. Like there was a group at one point in time, I believe a witch group. I don't know that they like I wasn't in the group, but since Nick was on the back end, she sees the groups. They're probably still there, but I mean you can do anything that you want. You're free to be you on this app. So um you can create your own groups. Your own group can have a chat within the app. You can have chats with other members in the app. You can upload stickers, hashtags. Um, it's pretty much everything you can think of. Voice was another one that,
I love the voice notes.
yes, you can respond with voices to people's, what people have posted. So it has its own little unique features.
Yeah.
Okay. So how long did it take you guys to get this project up and running? Like, so I know it came with the idea. What was some of the steps it took you to actually get the app off the ground?
Akia?
Well, first of all, seeing as how it was Nick's baby, the first thing was figuring out how to create an app. So that was probably the hardest part and still is the hardest part.
Right.
I'm not in that field, and neither is Nick. So we had to contract out for that, and you know, try to learn some of the things that happens in the back end, so that when they do happen, we can help fix the app. And you know, and we
Okay.
still don't, you know all there is to know about creating an app or how to fix things on the back end. But some of the other things that came into play is finding that niche, because at first it was more of a, you know, maybe like a love connection type of app for people who couldn't connect very easily. But then, you know, we broadened it out a little bit to, you know, make it for everybody. So, you know, finding that niche is always one of the hardest parts about creating something new, because that niche is what sets you apart from everybody else.
For
Right.
sure, for sure. And I think you guys are definitely headed in a good direction. Um, so what are some of the like the long-term goals for the app? So you have the app, you got it started. So now I know you got to get the users, you got to get people
Yeah.
to actually give it a chance. How are you guys like marketing that? Like what are some of your ideas of trying to reach different people?
I'll speak on that. So, with everything in regards to even running a small business, again, it's a team of four, and we have our own jobs, our own lives, living in different states. So before COVID, Nick and Akia, they used to do more outreach, in-person outreach. So since COVID, that stopped. In Florida, I would say it's a free state. So, certain things we probably could have done in regards to outreach, but we do have brochures that Nick was able to drop off to different clinics, because we want also those in the community, whether it's a church, whether it's healthcare, we want everyone involved. So we are trying to revamp. Things have been a little quiet.
Okay.
And I think you also have a part to play. Knowing that this was coming up, we're like, you know what, we needed encouragement. And I think and I told them yesterday, I'm like, let this be a start over. Let it be a new beginning. So even with that question, like, we're planning a walk. This month is our domestic violence awareness. So we want to do more where we're able to do more. And, financially, it would help to have users, because it is a free app to download, but it's not free to maintain the app. So
Right.
certain things we need the support. So in order for us to do more, we need funds. So, even applying for grants, we get denied, but there's things that we know we need help with it. Again, it's only four of us. We have our own lives, and we did connect with a lot of people through Clubhouse. They kind of fell off, but hoping that we're able to, again, reconnect and just reach out to those in the community, those leaders that understand, okay, this app is something that even for students, we try to send letters out to schools, for students where maybe the guidance counselor, churches where, just certain things in regards to, like Akia mentioned, having that niche, like who's our audience? I would say
Right.
everyone, because again, everyone needs mental wellness, and there's just so much that we can do, and we're hoping to really get there.
But like you said, it is a good idea to have a niche and start there. And once you gain that community and get that, like gain that community, you can reach out and add more. And I really do like the idea of the brochures and, like you say, going to different mental health clinics. I think that's a very good idea. And maybe if you guys can hold like maybe little sessions in the community, like maybe rent out a room and have like
Yeah.
mental health groups, or you can do like a body confidence group, or connect with somebody who advocate for those different things, and
Yeah.
do like a support group, pass out the brochures,
Yeah.
and ask them if they would at least give the app a chance. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
definitely the way that you guys market it is going to be very important, but I do like the whole brochure thing and dropping it off at different places, doing that walk. I feel like
Yeah.
y'all are definitely in the going in the right direction.
Yeah.
I wanted to go back to where you said, like, had me reaching out to you for this interview kind of like motivated you, because that's like the whole entire purpose of this podcast. I just want
Yeah.
to connect people to different resources. I want people who are advocating for things to come up here and voice their opinions about the things that matter to them. And I
Yeah.
want my listeners to be able to connect with these people and feel their energy, and outside of this live, connect and just get some movement. I feel like it's so much going on right now, and everybody's mental health is unstable, and
Shaky.
emotional, like on a roller coaster ride. So it's just
For sure.
important for us to be here to support each other. And it felt good for me to hear that. It kind of like, all right, we need to get back started in this. We need to,
Definitely.
and that's exactly what the purpose was. To, like, some people need that little push.
For
And
sure.
when I did episode 1, I interviewed a poet, and she just started doing like live poetry, like in front of an audience, and she was like, you don't understand, like, this was divine timing. I just said that I wanted to do more public speaking and just
Right.
get in front of people and share my art. And look at us, we was on that show that day, and it just happened. And
Wow.
that is the purpose. And I'm just
Well,
glad that
kudos to you.
yeah, that you did
Thank you
that,
for the opportunity, for sure.
for sure. So we already talked about some ways you guys are marketing the app. Not like I was saying, I feel like those are very good ideas, and keep going. I really feel like it's a future for this app. You just got to get connected with the right people. I feel like
Yeah. For
The
sure.
funding is gonna come. You just got to keep reaching out. Just trying your luck because it's very hard for us small business owners, and especially with the competition. Facebook have
Yeah.
millions of dollars,
Exactly.
Instagram they have millions of dollars, and like you said, y'all a 4 people show, but I feel like you really do have something good here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We appreciate
Yes.
it. And we our hope is really to, yes, we look for users, but we want it to be beneficial. We
Right.
want, like you said, you went on, whether it's from last year to this year, and you sense the energy, and we want it to be a place where people can just go to. You love Facebook, you love Instagram, you love TikTok, you can spend all day there, but spend a little time on the Woo just to wind down. It's like, this is what I needed. Woo-sa, like, yeah, this is where the Woo is at. So
So you just
definitely the place to be.
you just introduced the next question. I was going to ask, how did you guys pick the name for the company? Where did the name come from?
Ah, Akia.
Well, you know, Nick is a fan of that Martin Lawrence movie where he was like woo sawing, and the beginning came from that part, woo saw, and
Okay.
then the second half of the name is a combination of her two sons' name, Javi,
Okay.
Jason and Avi. So
Okay. So
that's
Javi, like that's
yeah.
Good
dope.
job,
That's
babe.
dope.
So
Okay.
it's kind of like a breath of fresh air, woo saw, woo Javi. It has that vibe.
So what's some of the lingo for the app? So the app is called Wujavi, and you broke down how that name came about. And I heard you guys say Javians.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
Wujavians.
Okay.
Just again, that's
Wujavi.
the community. That's who we are. We're
Okay.
all Wujavians.
Okay. Um. So we already talked about, because I was going to ask about the funding. What are some problems that you guys are trying to solve? I guess that would be like the marketing, right?
Definitely marketing is number one. There's a few things behind the scenes that do need to be done. Marketing is part of it, and just maybe switching up even that front page. When I mentioned some people are afraid to see the word mental health, and they don't understand you can continue and choose different groups, different communities that you can be a part of. So just kind of rearranging certain things, but definitely marketing would really do it for us.
Right. So
Yeah.
you did say things have gotten a little quiet for you guys. How do you keep the team motivated, and especially keeping Nick motivated, since this is initially like her baby, you know?
Oh yeah, encouragement after
Hmm.
encouragement, whether it's scriptures, whether it's a song, um, and just coming up with ideas. Sometimes we try it, it falls through, or so we're definitely working towards, you know, keeping Nick motivated. Even being a nurse, that could be overwhelming. So being a nurse, being a mom, being a business owner, sometimes it can be very overwhelming. Where we talked about a vacation, so just different things. Because again, we need her to be in her right mental state to, enjoy her baby, as we call it.
Hmm.
So again, I told her even up to yesterday, I said, you have Akia as your right hand, you have me as the encourager, you have Dwayne as the jokester. We're a team. So she's not alone. And I told her there's businesses that, they fall, but our job is not to fall and stay there. We're gonna, whether we fell, whether we were silent, we are standing up, we're moving forward. Because we definitely, and I told, it's gonna happen. It's definitely gonna happen.
Okay, so do you guys know about how many users that you do have, like active users, or how many downloads that have the app had?
Well, I can say there's been over 1,000 because I know that I can only have so many people as friends, and I'm at my
Right. Okay, okay. So have you guys made any connections on the app outside of you four? Like anybody who you know that the app's been working for, like any testimonials?
Well, there was this one gentleman who was on the app for a short period of time who was having issues with depression and things of that nature. And I would like to think that me and Sharnique and some of the other people who were actually on the app at the time kind of talked him off the ledge, because
Right.
he came back on afterwards, and he was still with us all. But um, I think it's people come in their season, and then they go in and and find their niche of what they want to talk about on the app, and then they might disappear and then they come back. So it's like a give and take type of thing.
Okay, okay. Okay, that's always good. You know,
Mm-hmm.
to get some feedback, especially
Right.
knowing that you guys actually helped somebody that day on the app. So that definitely has to feel good and feel like,
Mm-hmm.
he was in the right place at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
For
But
sure.
Nick saying that they need poets, people with heartbreak, bipolar, dating.
We need it all. We need every walk of life, you know.
It's
And
a space for
we even
everybody.
try to do we try to use Clubhouse as a place to meet people in general, but then to bring them back to the Woo.
Mm-hmm.
So every Thursday we tried it maybe for about 2 months, where we had different topics, and we would have people did come in. Some of them did join, some of them said they would join and they didn't. So we definitely were able to build a community outside of the app, but that was really to bring people to the app.
Mm-hmm.
So, even using Instagram as a platform, and, certain things with TikTok. So using the other platforms to really bring people over and hoping to help them in, in whatever life experience they're going through, that we'll be able to connect, because Akia and Nick, they can see everything behind the scenes. We can see whoever we follow, we're able to connect with them, but they're the people that can see everything that's going on, and whether users came, left, they're the ones that really see that part.
Right. Okay. Do any one of y'all have like an extra device where you can kind of like show what the timeline look like or anything?
We have that. I think Nick might have it. We may
Okay.
have it in an email somewhere, because we did have, again, we connected with a few people through Clubhouse. So certain things we did get help with in regard to seeing certain things where, you can see the graph where people, where it was, again, it maybe 2019, that was the peak, and it probably, fell off, but it's getting there. It's getting up.
Okay. Well, yeah, I was talking about like if you can show on the screen what the app look like, but you know what, they can just go and download it. That'll make them go download it and
Exactly.
check the app out. Because you guys
Yes.
got some really good features up there. So like as far as the app, you said that you kind of connected like in the body confidence area. What was some of the connections for you? What's like your favorite communities up there, Akia?
Well, one was talking about gestational diabetes, but also I like to cook things. So that was one of the other things that I would share on the app. Something different that I've made that I've never made before, and see if anybody else made it or like that. And other people shared, things that they've made. And I'm like, hey, what is that? Wait a minute. Let me get that recipe. So that's one of the other areas that I aspired in. And there was another area that I also like to take for photographs. So that's also an area where I display some of the photographs that I take from some of the places that I've been, and that's also another thing that I like to do.
Okay, Nick said breakups were you guys biggest demographics. So
Yes.
so y'all got a good community for that, like just up there, people supporting after a breakup, just giving advice and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So now you got me thinking like I'm about to go up there and start like a vegan journal or something, because I've really been trying to convert to at least like not eating meat regularly.
Yeah.
So it's something
Mm-hmm.
I've been trying to do, and I kind of blog on my Instagram page a lot. I'll try to like share a
Hmm.
post of all my recipes to keep me motivated, because it kind of
That'll be
like holds
cool.
me accountable. So I put it out there. Hey y'all, I'm about to start being vegan. I'm gonna
Right.
have to hold myself accountable. So maybe I can start that.
Yeah,
I think
come on.
Definitely.
it
I'll
will
be
be
there.
the group gonna be called "I'm trying to be vegan so bad, but I love it."
I like
Yes.
that.
So I'm gonna
I
have
like
to.
it. And I like using the Woo also just to share information from, other small businesses. So I have a friend who she sells crystals, and I make beaded jewelry. So just sharing, those products, and because we have people that love crystals. So I use the platform mainly to share information about other businesses, and, just things that's going on in regards to, it's all about support.
And it seems like it'll be easier to connect on a platform that doesn't have as many users, especially right now, because I feel like you'll be able to make more meaningful connections because it's not
Exactly.
like overpopulated at the
Right.
moment. So I feel like it'll be easier to, because I was, like I said, I was strolling down the other day and I seen like some of the communication through some people. I seen you up there, like just kind of engaging with different people, asking how was their day. And that's really
Right.
important to a lot of people. Like we were saying,
Yeah.
like mental health is just such a big topic right now. And a lot of us haven't always like considered our mental health or took it seriously. So
Hmm.
I feel like those little gestures are really making people's day.
For sure. And I
Mhm.
mean, even for you, like you mentioned building that vegan, I want to be vegan, but I don't know, community. That's what we want too. Like if I'm a business owner and let's say I'm struggling on Instagram for these people to recognize me, you can use the woo as your stepping stone to say, okay, this is the group that I want. Hear me out. Let's connect every Tuesday. Let's get on here and talk. So I think it is a way where it's like you helping us, you helping yourself. So it's a win-win.
Yeah, and I see
It's
Nick
a
just
win-win
said like just posting for yourself, not necessarily to
to
get
get
noticed.
noticed.
And
Exactly.
I feel like that's important too because some people aren't on social media for the likes. They just want an outlet or a space to be able to share. You know,
Exactly.
just to be able to share. And it's not
Exactly.
about like who's seeing it and who's liking it. It's just like putting it out into the universe. So
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah, for sure. And that's why I said I don't really, even on my, let's say my Instagram page, I'm hardly on Facebook, but Instagram, I post for to share information,
Mhm.
so I don't care who likes it, who sees it. Some people look for that attention, but even on the Woo, I post because I know even if it's one person that needs to see it, they're going to see it, the right person.
Mhm.
And I love your post that you shared the other day, Ashley, in regards to support. Sometimes we look for support from everyone, but they're just not aligned to be that supportive for you. So
Right.
even that, and we, like I said, we want users, but we want people that basically want to win and not looking for anything in return, if you know what I'm saying.
Just
Yeah.
genuine connections. Genuine
Yeah.
connections.
Right.
Um and I think that is my connection to Wujavi because like I'm like I have the Facebook, I have the Instagram, and it's like those platforms are needed for like the things that we do as far as business and
Right.
getting that kind of reach. But a lot of times I find myself in a negative place when I spend too much time on those
Mm.
platforms. And
Right.
sometimes that negativity can overcrowd the positivity I'm trying to put out.
Yeah.
So the other day I did make a post on Facebook and I was just saying that um hold on, I lost it. I made a post on Facebook and I was talking about how oh my god, I really lost where I was going.
Negativity versus positivity.
Right. So I really lost it, y'all.
It's gonna
Okay,
come
so we're gonna move on. It's gonna come back to me. I'm just first of all, my daughter like creeping in here. So I think she like kind of like threw me off because I'm like thinking about that in my head and trying to keep track. But I'm
we
so
know how it is.
I'm gonna recover from that. I'm gonna remember in a minute.
I
But
hear you.
can y'all just tell me like how what we was saying that made me start saying that?
In regards to using Instagram and Facebook for the masses, but then
Mhm.
sometimes it blocks what your positive message is.
Here we go. Okay, so I was just saying my goal when I'm posting, I want to stick to my message, stick
Mhm.
to what I'm trying to put out, and not let the negativity or the different energies that I'm feeling
Surrounded,
get
yeah.
into my message. Because I saw somebody that was like posting an event, but she posted her flyer, and I feel like the caption was very shady. Like basically feeling some type of way that maybe the people you expected aren't supporting what you're doing. And I can definitely relate to that because me being the type of person that I've always been a creative. So I used to be a rapper. I've done event planning. I've done hair for a living. I've done so many things that kind of requires support in some kind of way. And then
Right.
you'll notice that certain people may not be supporting you in the way that you feel like. And that's okay. And at the time, for how I was feeling, like I feel like the way I was feeling, I still can respect it. But where I'm at now and the type of growth I have, I was just saying that I don't want anybody who's not don't feel connected to what I'm doing to support me. Like if you're not genuinely connected to what I'm putting out, I really don't need you to force yourself to support
Right.
my message.
Mm-hmm.
I just want
I
to connect
agree.
with genuine people who's really here for what I'm doing. And I feel like that kind of ties into what you guys doing on the
For
app.
sure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I totally agree.
That almost went left because her coming in here like creeping in this door like just took me. I'm like, where was I going? All I could think about is shut the door. That's all
We
I
know
could
how
think
it
about.
is.
But yeah, so that's where I'm at. That's the space I'm in. I'm just trying my best, and it's gonna be good days and bad days. Because my brain is very overactive, and it be coming up with some stuff. People don't realize I don't share everything that's in my head, even though they might think I
Right.
do. So I'm just trying to stick to my message and genuinely gain my following.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's the authenticity of it. And it would be great if everyone could think that way, but not everyone is built that way. So I would say, even for you, like continue doing that for
Right.
sure, because that's how we win. That's how we win.
But it just gave me insight, and it made me, that moment where you sit back and you just like really realize your growth, and it'd be like, wow, like I really came a long way. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's one
Right.
of the best feelings ever. And that's how I felt in that moment when I seen that post, and it was like dope event, but like your comment was a little shady. So people are already gonna be side eyeing, like, I'm not about to support her. Like she looks like
Mm-hmm.
she mad, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I was like, dang, that used to be me. And I definitely can understand where the frustration is coming from. But now, from a different point of view, I can see how that looks to other people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's why I said, like, I was like, all right, Ashley, like, I'm glad you grew from that. Like, just stick to your message, and
Yeah.
your message is going to be enough.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And that's definitely even an encouragement for us. Like we're not gonna stop regardless. I mean, we talked about how many users, whether we started off with 1,200 and now active users might be 3, it might be 10, but we're not gonna stop because our message is not gonna change.
Right. And as long as
And
Mm-hmm.
it's
connecting
only
with
up from here.
somebody, it matters.
Right.
Exactly.
That's why I said I
Exactly.
don't care if my live have 50 people up there, 100, or just 3. As long as somebody got value from what the conversation
Definitely.
was that day, then I've done my job.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. And that's success. Some people, yes, we all want money. We want, I would say, to be rich. We want wealth. But for me, success comes when that one person is satisfied. You made that one person
Mm-hmm.
smile. That's success.
And success isn't always money. And that also used to be my mindset. Go chase the bag, go get the bag, money, money, money. And I'm like, yo, this world is so money driven. Like, once you get the money, are you chasing to be healthy? Are you chasing
Right.
Right.
for a positive mindset? Because that money is not gonna matter if you're not gonna live to spend it, because you're not healthy, you're not drinking
Right.
water, you're not eating vegetables.
Exactly.
If you're not
Health is
taking
wealth.
care of your mental health, then
Yeah,
why is the money important? And you're not even gonna be able to spend it because you drove yourself crazy trying to get it, but you're not even
exactly.
in a place to be able to use it.
I
Mm-hmm.
agree. Health is wealth.
It's so crazy because I'm 33 now. I'm about to be 34. Capricorn season is creeping up on us. I'm a January 1st Capricorn, and this time of year is so magical for me. I just get into this, like,
That's
this,
because
I
it's
don't
Libra
know.
season.
Yeah, I guess. Y'all Libras all right though. But this time of year is just so magical. I just get into this vibe where it's just like Yes, new things is coming, a new year, my
Right.
birthday
Something
and
to
a
look
new year
forward
on the
to.
same day. It's just like the energy just be so amazing. And here recently, I think this is where the time of year where I really realized my growth from the past year too. And I've just really been reflecting. Like September was just a good month of reflection for me. It was just like, wow, Ashley, like you really changed. Like you really have done the work and it's coming
Right.
around full circle. And I just wanted to say, like a lot of us, we're doing this work, but we might not notice it while we're doing it. But when you sit back and you actually can like see it and feel it, that's the only thing that matters is that you noticed it. Like,
For sure.
yeah. So that's
That's
where
awesome.
that's where I'm at right now with this podcast and everything.
I love it. I love it. And although, I mean, we don't, I would say, know each other, but I'm proud of you. I'm
Thank
very proud of you.
you. Thank you. And
Yeah.
that's so important to like,
Yeah.
and I try my best to be that same person to like compliment people that I don't know or people that I just
It's
see and
encouraging.
feel like they put so much work into what they're doing.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you don't know that person might not be getting any support or recognition at all, you know, from the people in their life. Because a lot of times the people that know you don't take you as seriously as someone who's like, who maybe run across this live and be like, oh man, like I'm really enjoying what they're doing. And
Mm-hmm.
that's why it's just so important to organically build your circle. Like all of you guys are in different states working on this app together because that's how it was supposed to be. I'm sure
Yeah.
you have friends and families right there in the same state that could be working on this app with you, but
Exactly.
it's not for them to do that with you. It's for
Exactly.
you guys to do it together. And
For
that's just
sure.
how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
That's one of my lessons too that I've learned since I've been coming into my 30s. They say you don't know yourself. You really start to know who you are and learn who you are once you get into those 30 years. And I really
Mm-hmm.
see exactly what those people was talking about when they said that.
Yeah.
So is there anything else you guys want to add about the app that we didn't talk about? If you want to shout it out, let them know where they can find the app, where they can reach you guys if they have more information.
Yeah.
Akia.
Come and download the app. It's on the Apple Store. It's on Google Play. You can go to javi.com and check out the website and just connect with us.
Connect with them, give them some feedback, let them know how it can improve so that this
For
app,
sure. And
right?
feedback is important too. We love feedback because with feedback, then we know, okay, this is not working out. This is, and you know, the more feedback, the better. So I'm glad you mentioned that for
So you
sure.
guys can continue to grow this app and it can get the recognition that it deserves because I feel like they really got something good going and this app is going to be a big deal. It's going to be a big
Thank
deal.
you. Thank you.
So
We
Nick,
appreciate it.
I know you weren't able to be here with us today, Nick, on camera. I got you in my thoughts and prayers. Like you really got a good thing going here. I'm so proud of all of you guys. Y'all have a good team. Y'all seem to mesh very well, and I'm rooting for y'all.
Thank
I
you.
know we did this interview originally when I first was trying to get this podcast off the ground. You guys were my first interview.
Right.
I never got to publish it because it wasn't the time. It just
Right.
wasn't the time for the podcast. And now we circle back, and now is the time, and we here, and we just did this episode, and it was good seeing
Episode
all
number
of
5.
y'all. It was, it was. So,
Awesome.
so again, I thank you all. I wish you guys so
Thank
much
you.
success with this app, and I
Thank
will
you.
be continuing to use it and explore on it and
Thank
tell
you.
the people who I'm connected to, who I think will, be able to use that app and
Thank you.
enjoy it. I will be sharing.
We
Thank
appreciate it.
you.
Thank you for having us on.
Yes, ma'am. So this sums up episode 5, y'all. It's been 5 episodes of the
Episode
Hella Audacious
5.
podcast show. And it's been real. I appreciate you guys. Welcome
Thank
to,
you.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Ashley.
all right.
Take care. Have a good
You
one.
too. Thank you.
Bye.